Jesus says, stop compromising with the world. You are in great danger. January 28th, 2020. Words from Jesus through Sister Claire, spoken by Jackie. Claire began, "My precious family, truly, we are one in the Lord and part of the overall body of Christ. When we are in the world, we are used to acting as independent adults, making our own decisions, doing as we think best with our time. But when we come together as a family in God, there is a new challenge, laying down the independent way of life for one that is knitted together in brotherly love and concord. This is a new lifestyle that enables us to move as one under God, rather than as individuals with our own agendas that come together because it is convenient. In a word, we are dying to ourselves to live as Jesus has called us, functioning harmoniously and holding brotherly love as the special way of life. As a family, we have goals that profit all of us. We share everything in common. We see to the needs of one another. We look out for those who are weaker. We contribute and take care of those things that make a healthy community. At this point, I kind of ran out of what I wanted to say, and Jesus began. My tender shoots, I've been with you in your endeavors to form a community, and I'm well pleased with the shifts that have taken place in your hearts. I see real effort and sacrifice, and you've truly embraced the right idea. This is a training ground, and what you experience personally in your own minds and hearts, you will someday experience with those you invite into your own communities. Therefore, I want you to pay particular attention to your interior struggles. I want you to be familiar with and understand that you no longer act as your own agent, but as an integral part of the whole, very much a family of God. I'm in your midst and many times direct you to the changes you need to make in your thinking. As you have endeavored to do that, I now ask you to endeavor even more to lay down your preferences and ideas for what I place before you. I'm working in your hearts every moment of every day. I speak to you in tender whispers and subtle urges to choose one action over another. There is still a great deal some of you need to lay down in order to be a true functioning part of what I'm building here and what you will build elsewhere. I'm knitting your hearts together for my own purposes, and the work that has been begun here will continue. Though some will be separated at times by distance, in heaven and in spirit there is no distance. Rather, what has been brought together will endure throughout eternity. The alliances you've gained here will accompany you throughout your journeys in heaven as well. The lessons you learn now will be the groundwork for greater things to come in your holy lives. My beloved ones, there is much to ponder in these times. There is much you will never understand until heaven, but you will see fruit here on earth and come to know the purposes I have for each of you for the future and even beyond. And then I took a break from this message, and 2 days later he picked it up again. Lord, I feel what you want to say, but I don't have the words. Please speak to us. Your reading said, a sheep wandering alone in the forest is a fair game for the wolf. And those who choose their own way, not consulting with others in positions of responsibility, are like a knight riding off to battle on a sorry nag, without their armor. They are bound to be unseated. While the knight, fully clothed in his armor on a spirited and experienced war horse, is like the one who acts under the covering of obedience and does not make his decisions without the help of one more experienced. My children, when will you learn to defer to those who have charge over your souls? You have never gained anything but troubles by mixing with the world. Elisha knew well the temptation of compromise. That is why he did not spare the oxen nor the yoke, but destroyed his escape routes, his options to go back to the farm. You are riddled with many passions, my precious ones, and I know well how to quell them. On the other hand, Satan knows well how to flame them. Even Mother Claire knows she's not safe with her own judgments, and so she relies on me and her husband to make the right decisions. If you want to advance in this life, if you want to go deeper, if you want more of me, yes, if you want to leave the world, and I mean truly leave the world behind, you must do battle valiantly with your own will and not act independently of your covering. Lord, I didn't want to be a dictator at Christmas time when several people wanted to go home. Yet I knew there was something wrong with these decisions that were being made. I could feel it in my spirit. And you did well to let it go, so they could experience the fruits of their own decisions. But now they are maturing and have great need of renouncing the enticements of the world. Satan knows well how to saddle them with false guilt and move them to return to the world under one pretext or another. But I am asking you, my dear ones, stop compromising with the world. There are 1,001 reasons for you to mingle with the world when you've renounced it, and all of them have their source in the enemy of your souls. You, however, cannot see this. That is why you need an overseer to consult and base your decisions on wisdom beyond your years in the world. It takes only a tiny crack to open the door to sin. Satan makes little of these cracks, pumping you up with assurance that you are too strong to fall. And besides, there is a good deed you can do by mingling with others. What you do not see is the trap waiting for you. When you step outside the boundaries of your covering, the net comes down and you are entrapped. This is because you relied on your own counsel and did not seek the counsel of your elder. I'm hoping now that you have learned something from the decisions you made on your own. I'm hoping that you will stop trusting yourself and look to me and those who I have appointed to cover you before you do anything in your own wisdom. This human wisdom will be your downfall. None of you are secure enough to dabble in the world. You've lived in it for decades. You left it for me. Now you are returning? For what reason? Am I sending you, or are you being lured? Dear ones, do not play with evil. What looks harmless on the outside holds great danger for you. Once you are in the safety of the sheepfold, do not wander and cross over the fence erected for your security. The wolf watches you closely and takes note of every human reasoning that can be exploited to remove you from the safety of your shepherd. I want you to grow in holiness, not be subjected to manipulation by men who do not have my heart for you, but are acting strictly on human impulse and reasoning. They are being used by the enemy to steal your holy way of life from you, and sadly, you have no vision of what is being planned and played against you. In a moment of weakness, you could lose it all. Do not wander, my precious ones. Keep your eyes on the prize and stay within the boundaries of the sheepfold. No man in the armed forces gets involved with civilian affairs. How much more should you honor your commitment to me, even when it entails disappointing those in the world? They have made their choice, and you have made yours. Be steadfast. No man putting his hand to the plow takes his eyes off the soil, even for 1 second, lest he and the plow meet with destruction. Oh, how I love you, and have many gifts planned for you as you empty yourself before me to make room for them. I will not invest my precious gifts in wild sheep. Only those who hearken to the call of their master and are not moved by any other motive or call. Only those can be trusted with my riches. Lean not on your own understanding, so that I alone may direct your path. I bless you now in your hearing ears, with the graces of humility and docility, that you may be found trustworthy of the riches of the kingdom of heaven.